You know the box, you love it or you hate it, but today we've got another Baofeng radio. This one is the Baofeng UV-17R Plus. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, and welcome to Nuka Vault Readiness, the channel helping you get prepared for the grid down apocalypse. Yes, today another radio review, and this one is the popular, let's see if we get it right here, UV-17R Plus by everybody's favorite brand, Baofeng. So, again, y'all know it, love it, or hate it. Here's the brown box. Let's crack it open. Let's see what we got. All right, so the box has disappeared, and here are the contents. Quick note is I have kind of played around with the radio already. I installed the battery, and I've put a sticker on my charging brick because having too many bricks and wires is getting confusing up in the shack, so I had to start labeling things. But without further ado, here are the contents. We have user manual, again, UV-17R Plus. You get the rubber duck. It's the one with the little funky orange rubber band. I'm not sure what's up with those compared to some of the other thicker or the stiffer ones, but this is that semi-flexy whip. This is a dual bander HT, by the way. Get the specs in a second. A cool belt clip. I did not attach that yet. Batteries on here. I believe it's a 1200 milliamp hour battery. And this one comes with that really secure screw. And as you can already see on the unit itself, that's your USB-C charging port there. And the flashlight's on the bottom. Cool, but weird. Not sure how I feel about that. But anyway, unit itself, nice big and bulky, especially with the battery in it. It's got a nice grip to it. It's a little bit more of a textured plastic all around, especially on the sides. The back there, your PTT, your second and first buttons. This one looks like the flashlight. Let's go ahead. Maybe it would help if I turn it on, but no antenna, so we're not going to do that yet then. You do get the 2-pin Kenwood earpiece microphone combo. That oh so stylish wrist strap here. And the charging brick. And you may have seen there's no charging cradle. Not with this model. You get a charging brick, just like for your cell phone. And it comes with the USB-A to USB-C ends on it. So that's kind of cool. Nice and compact. So plug it in and about as easy to carry as your cell phone charger. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the specs. All right, so getting into the specs of this radio. Again, it is a dual bander transceiver, but this also does quite a bit on RX. I will refer to the back of the manual because I have not memorized all these yet. That should tell you how many more there are than the usual Baofeng, especially for you UV5R members or something like that, where it's just maybe your dual band and your air band. So this will receive FM radio 76 through 108 megahertz, the AM air band of 108 through 136 megahertz, your 2 meter 136 through 174. It receives the 1.25 meter of 220 through 260, UHF 350 to 390. I'll explain in a second. And then your UHF 70 centimeter, which technically it covers 400 to 520 on receive. And again, it transmits on 2 and 70 centimeters. And my mistake, it is a 1600 milliamp hour battery. And rated audio output is 1 watt at 16 ohms, and its received current is less than 380 milliamps. Now, there are 2 versions of this radio. The M version, the mic version, and the L version, the Lima version. The mic version supports AM 108 to 136 airband and police 350 through 390 megahertz scanning reception and the voice scrambling function, whereas the L Lima version does not. I have checked out the menu on this transceiver. This is the mic version. because it has the voice scrambling. So I am not sure exactly what the 350 through 390 megahertz part of the spectrum is when it talks about for police scanning. As far as I'm aware, I think most systems are on a trunking, most police scanning frequencies are on a trunking system now, which is most of it is digital. And this is not a digital transceiver. So I'm not sure how that would work. It's very interesting. I'm going to have to dig more into that to play around with it. But again, here's everything out of the box. We're going to use the usual now, and we're going to test the power rating on it with the Surecom. And we're going to see if it still puts out what it's rated to do, which I believe it is a 5-watt transceiver. So let's get right over to that. All right, I've kind of zoomed in the camera there. We're going to go ahead and turn on the radio.
Welcome. Channel mode.
Doesn't she sound lovely? All right, let's go ahead and turn this on. I'm hoping y'all could see that. Give me a second. I will try to focus it in for y'all. I'm not sure if it's there. We go. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we are going to go to, sorry, that was changing on the channel mode already. So we're going to go ahead and do 146.520. Let's switch this over to, I've got it on the V8 SWR as well. There we go. All right, we've got our little dummy load in. So it's 5 watts rated. So let's see 2 meter going forward. We're looking at 5.45 on 2 meter. All right, a little bit more than the rated 5 watts, so we're good there. Now let's go to
1, 4.
This is technically on the lower end of the 70 centimeter. This is going to be 444.075, which happens to be one of the closer repeaters. It picks up really well over here. But again, we're in the 70 centimeter, so let's go ahead and try that. And on high power as well. Okay, on the 70 centimeters here, and at 5 watts as well. Excuse me, at high power. I'm sorry about that. We're looking at 3.4 watts. Okay, so there you go. 2 meter at 146.52. Sorry about that.
4.
And at 70 centimeters, we were sitting at 444.075. So we had just over 5 and just over 3, respectively. So typical from what I've seen on 5 watt rated radios. And now that I have this on, I think we can go ahead and try the flashlight. We might as well while we got it here. There we go. It's not half bad, I guess. Again, kind of weird, but kind of cool at the same time. It's on the bottom. So, all right, there we go for the power rating. All right, so there we have it, the Baofeng UV-17R Plus. A lot of receive frequency capabilities with this guy. So I always tell you I'm planning to take one out in the field and use it. Again, most are only 2 meters, but so there's only so much you could test on a 2 meter going out. And I haven't done experimental antennas for my HTs yet. But for the receive capabilities of this guy, I am curious to see what I can find on certain websites, especially with that police scrambling, I believe is what it's called. Let me just double check that again, make sure I didn't say that incorrectly. Police 350 through 390 megahertz scanning reception. So I'm curious what forums, what websites I can find for that to test this out on. And again, get your FM radio and your airband receive as well. Plus it receives on 125 meter. I'm sure most can do that if you can unlock your Baofengs, or however you like to say it, unlock it, jailbreak it. But of course, doing that means that you could possibly use it, though I do not recommend it. You could use it outside of the bands that the transceiver is made for. But that's one cool thing about ham radio. We can always experiment, at least to see what we can do with our transceivers within the limitations that we should be observing. So, all right, everybody. Another HT, another cool thing to try out. If you found this video helpful, maybe pass it along to a fellow radio enthusiast, radio nerd, ham guy, or maybe someone that's looking to get into ham radio. enjoying part of the tech goes along with the territory of loving the hobby and the service itself. All right, everybody. Remember, always be getting ready. We'll see you around next time.